Hey, what is up, you guys? FilmFan0599 here again, and welcome back to the universe of the BlueTubers. And today, on Universe of the BlueTubers, I'm gonna be reviewing Tyler the Creator's Scumfuck Flower Boy. Tyler the Creator's Scumfuck Flower Boy is the fourth studio album from hip-hop rapper Tyler the Creator, and I am not alone on this review. I am with a certain person, a certain man who knows hip-hop a lot more than me, and he is the reason why I even listened to this thing in the first place, and he is Mr. Auburn Wanderer.
Hello, everybody. I got gum.
That was amazing.
Okay. All right, so yes, this is I'm the only reason why this little shit right here listened to this incredible album that we're about to talk about.
Yes.
And I'm very happy that we're here doing a collab review.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm Auburn Wanderer. The last time me and you collabed was on a little interview for my mixtape and shit. So,
and we're here to do a review now.
Yeah, so Scumfuck Flower Boy. Yeah, I remember that fuck in the title. So
yes,
I don't care about that Apple Music title. Target bullshit, that Flower Boy, and the album's called Scumfuck Flower Boy, motherfucker. Let's go.
It's in the title and everything. So, all right. So, like I said, I didn't even really like. I'm aware of who Tyler the Creator is. I'm aware of what he is about and everything, but I never really listened to his music all that much. And I really didn't have any expectations really going to this album because, like I said, I never really listened to his music. And I really didn't know what to expect. And I gotta say this, I've really enjoyed this album a lot. I think it's a pretty great album. I will say this, I think the first half is really good. I really like the first half a lot, but the second half is really fantastic to me. It's really weird. Like, the first 7 tracks are really good, and then the last few tracks are, like, really fantastic. Like, the first half is really good, and the second half is really great. So overall, I think it's a really great album. I really enjoyed that a lot, and it was a pleasant surprise. So what are your like, thoughts?
Well, not like you. Tyler the Creator is my guy.
Yes.
This motherfucker right here, I've been a huge fan of for like 2 years now. I listened to Wolf. I think that was the first one I listened to. It was around the time the Cherry Bomb came out.
Okay.
And I listened to some of Wolf, and I thought that it was fucking crazy. And I listened to some of Cherry Bomb. And if I was really good, then I listened to this Upper Past project, like I think like Bonkers, whatever it was called, and like his first album, Goblin, and shit, which was, you know, good. And you know, I got to know Tyler as like the biggest troll in hip hop and shit. You know, very, very raunchy. You know, Golf Line, his clothing line, which I really want to pick up some of stuff at some point, but you know, they're fucking mad expensive, $80 for a fucking hoodie. Fuck you, Tyler. Yeah, so. I was very, very excited for this album when he started tweeting out the countdown to "Who That Boy?" that music video, with A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
Shit, I was so excited when that song came out. The music video was good. Then, you know, later that night, 911/Mr. Lonely came out, and it was, oh my god, I love that song and stuff. And you know, the album's announced, and now we're here. We're gonna talk about the album, and this is by far his best album. This is my favorite albums of the year, and I absolutely love it. So. Let's get right into it, boy. Woo!
Let's get right into it. Woo!
Yeah,
I
got my flower shirt ready, boy.
Let's do this. All right. So let's Amazing. All right. So let's get into what we liked about this album first. Let's talk about the production first, sir. Let's talk about the production with this thing. The production is really, really great with this. I really love a lot of the production. What?
Did you just say it's really great?
Yeah, the production is really great on this thing.
Well, fuck off! It's the best production of the year, boy. Bro. Oh my god, I cannot tell you this. Oh my fucking god. You know, with music and mixing, and sound editing, you know, I understand it's hard to mix, you know, albums the way you really want them to be. And you know, there's some issues, you know, in hip hop where like the bass is too loud, you know, whatever shadows the percussion, blah blah blah. You don't really hear the synths and the 808s and stuff. But on this fucking project, the production and just the mixing, just the sound in general, is easily the best sound and just production, and my favorite that I've heard all year. Just the fucking drums is just the main example. They are so loud and they're so huge. Which, you know, we have gone over to other projects, especially Cherry Bomb, which is a very raw and very, you know, explosive album. But in this one, just the drums are so loud and they're so huge, but they don't overshadow the just amazing synth work and in the oh my god, the piano and keyboard work. It's so great. And there's also like a lot of creative parts. You know, there's always like movements and like the melodies are constantly changing and stuff. And so many great guest features that just blend in so well. And like, you know, the hooks are so catchy and shit. And oh my god, the production is just so fantastic on this album. It's loud, it's so clear, and just it's mixed so well. I love the production on this album. Like, I mean, when I first heard When This Flower Blooms, I believe this was called Frank Ocean. When those drums kick in, oh man, I fucking lost it. It was so fucking dope. So yeah, I love the production on this album.
Yeah, quite fantastic. Like this, along with Villains and Damn, are probably like my favorite like productions of the whole year to me. Like, yeah, like seriously, this has some really great production to it. Like you said, like the mixing with it is really great. I love how they kind of mix the instrumentation with this a lot. Like a lot of the beats are really great to this, especially with Garden Shed, I believe that's what that track is called. And
yeah, that probably is the best production or 911.
Yeah, and I Ain't Got Time, which I'll get more into once we start talking about the songs. But yeah, the production was really great on this. I really thought the production was quite fantastic. I think Tyler does a really great job with his vocals and a lot of his rapping on this. Like, he really goes at it at this, and I love that, you know, because I like rap, I like hip-hop rap, I like that, you know, I'm not like this boy here when it comes to hip-hop music, but I do like me some hip-hop music, and I do really like what Tyler, the Creator, does on this album. You know, he really did do a good job with his rapping on this album. What about with you? What'd you think of Mr. Tyler, Creator himself?
You know, this album was, you know, when Who That Boy came out, I'm like, okay, this is typical Tyler. Because, you know, I know you haven't listened to Tyler's past project, but they're very different than this. They are very abrasive, very loud, they're extremely explicit. I mean, just listen to the fucking first track of, whoa, it's fucking crazy and shit. But I mean, that's what I liked about Tyler. On this one is a lot more nuanced and a lot more honest. And, you know, when this album leaked, I think like 2 or 3 weeks before it came out, and I heard about Garden Shed, about some lines on the first track, like Forward, and then I think it was November, you know, about, you know, him you know, admitting that he is gay and stuff, and, you know, I thought he was probably just trolling because that's what Tyler is with this album. When I listened to it, I was taken by shock, just by surprise, because it was so nuanced and it was so honest, and the lyrics had so much care than they usually did. Because a lot of people got on the Tyler about his lyricism and how it really is, and that, you know, creative, isn't that strong, how much effort's put into it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, not really like trying to deliver it the best he can. But in this album, it's completely different. You know, he really tried to create like something that was very nuanced and very artistic and stuff. You know, you still have like, you know, hints of the old Tyler, like on Who That Boy, and especially I Ain't Got Time. Because, you know, Tyler, you know, has a lot of quick little funny things, and, you know, says some pretty outrageous stuff, which I know you really got a kick out of him. I Ain't Got Time. So yeah. But, you know, I mean, I like that side of Tyler, but I love the other side of Tyler. The very like, you know, like smooth, kind of like a bit jazzy and side of Tyler. Like, you know, like Boredom and stuff like that. That is what I want to hear from Tyler. Something that's very creative, but it's very, you know, I guess you could say, like, you know, a bit not like out there, but like when the beat happens, like you just get sucked into it instantly, and so it's such a great song too, with great lyrics and stuff. So, you know, I was taken by surprise, and this is definitely by far the best rapping that Tyler has done on a project. Yeah, and yeah, I really liked what Tyler did on this album. It was very different for him, which I like.
Sweet. All right, now I guess we shall jump right into the music itself, the songs.
Yes, my boy.
Oh boy, let's talk about some of the tracks, some of our favorites, some of the ones that we like the most. Let's first talk about the first single, I guess you could say, that was released off of this album. It was a double single. It was Who That Boy and 911. Now, me personally,
Lonely.
What?
Slash Mr. Lonely, bitch.
Yes. So now me, I didn't really care for Who That Boy. I know,
Fuck you fucking bitch.
okay, all right. I know, very controversial. I know that's a lot. This is a lot of people's one of their favorite tracks off this album. Me, I thought it was just kind of, but I do love 911 slash Mr. Lonely. That is a great double track. I really like that song a lot. I think it's definitely one of my favorites. You know, it's really fantastic. I think Tyler does a really great job with his rapping on that song, and the features are really great too. Like I love Frank Ocean on this song. He does a really great job as a feature. And that's another thing I have to give credit for on this album as well. I forgot to mention the features for the most part are really good. I really love a lot of the features that are on this album. I think the people that he got to do the features on for this album were really good. So yeah, I thought that was a really solid track. You know, what about you? What do you think of Who Dat Boy and 911 slash Mr. Lonely?
Well, when Who That Boy came out, the music video came out a few hours before it came out on like Tidal, Apple Music and stuff. I think it came out the same day or night as I forget, but you know, I was really excited because I figured it was gonna be new music because how it comes out if albums every 2 years and stuff. You know, when the music video dropped finally, oh man, I was so fucking it was. Have you seen the music video?
No, I have not, but I shall check it
out. That music video is so good. It's one of his best. Who That Boy is such a fucking great song. I fucking hate you, you little shit. A$AP Rocky kills that feature. The chemistry is so great on that track. I think it's that rare track where I think the guest feature is actually better than the artist himself. I think A$AP Rocky kills that verse. I love the beat. I love how grimy. I love how intense it is. As it has a little bit of like cherry bomb to it, and stuff. But yeah, I really like the track. It's very creative in its approach, and the music video is crazy. So yeah, and 911 slash Mr. Lonely. When I heard that track, you heard a snippet of it. And then the music video, he played it at the fashion show for Golf Wang, the instrumental. And hearing it, Frank Ocean and stuff, I was blown away because like I had not heard something that melodic and that just smooth from Tyler. And oh my god, the subject matter on that song about being lonely and isolation and stuff like that, and trying reach out for help and stuff. There's all this stuff. It was just it's so well done. In this stuff, the changing of the beat change and stuff. Oh, it's fantastic. And I love Tyler's verse and the and Mr. Lonely part of the track. It's fantastic. It's really well written and stuff. So yeah, definitely that's one of my favorite tracks, or it's really might be my top 3. So
yeah. Speaking of Frank Ocean, he did another feature on this album, which was When the Flower Blooms, which I thought was a very solid tune. I thought the opening track, Fort Wood, opened up the album very well. And When the Flower Blooms, like I thought when you were talking about the feature being better than the actual artist in the song, that's how I felt with actually When the Flower Blooms. I thought Frank Ocean was really, really fantastic as a feature on this song. And Tyler himself does a really great job as well. I don't know about you.
For Forward, I didn't really pay much attention to that song when I first started. It was one of my least favorites, but now it's grown to become one of my favorites. I love the lyrics on that. It sets up the album perfectly. It dives into a lot of personal details and really sets up the album to be a bit of an exploration, Tyler's emotions and stuff. And then when there's Flower Blooms, oh my god, that track is so fucking dope. I love how Tyler comes in. Frank comes in with that dope feature, and then the beat kicks in.
Yeah,
rock and roll. Oh my god, I lost my mind when I first heard that. That was so fucking dope. I mean, Big Quint's reaction just is perfect. That's reaction in a nutshell. It is such a. I love that track. Kind of talking about how Tyler never thought he would be where he was, but now he is and stuff. And I think it's fantastic. I love that track. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, I don't know if it's top 3, but definitely top 5.
Yeah, definitely. And then the latest single, because this is literally, as we're recording this, was literally just released as a single not too long ago. See You Again, which has become
a single.
Yeah, it was released as the 4th single not too long ago. On August 29th, it was released as a single, actually.
Oh, it's the fifth single, man. That's dope.
Yeah, which I'm not too surprised by because whenever I go on Spotify, it's like the #1 song that's like the most played on his
Well, it's
like
the best
entire.
song on the album.
Would say.
Because it's like the best song on the album.
And well, it's definitely one of my favorites. Definitely is like it definitely in my top 5 or top 3 probably.
Right.
It's really great. I really love the song a lot. It definitely a nice. I love the opening to it where he goes, okay, okay, okay. Like I love that opening. It's so it's so great. Like I got a good kick out of it. Like he was like, okay, okay, okay. And Tyler does a really fantastic job on the song too. Like his rapping is really great. The feature, I believe, I don't know how to say the person's name. I think you know how to say the person's name?
Let me look. Let's see.
As he looks.
Yeah, Kaliushis, whatever.
Yeah, Kaliushis, he did a great job as the feature. So yeah, this is a really great song off this album. I'm glad that he did go with it as a single finally because like I said, it's the most played song on the entire album. So I'm kind of glad he went with it as a single finally. It's really great.
Well, it's the most played song because it's Tyler's favorite song that he's ever made.
Oh, okay.
And I can understand why. I think probably, I guess, if you're like, this isn't like my favorite track, but I definitely think it's probably like the best track of the album because, I mean, it's just I'll talk about like the sometimes little interlude that comes in that kind of sets this up. Like, what song you want to hear? A song about me. Then the okay part, and then it's kind of like I guess he's like talking about what I got from is like talking about this like girl or this guy whatever. He wants to see them again because brought them like happiness and joy and stuff. And all stuff, and just oh my god, the features is great. And the instrumentation, oh my god, and the beat.
Oh yeah,
feels. I mean, oh my god, it is so powerful and so intense, but it is just so emotionally engaging. And oh my god, Tyler does a fantastic job flowing over the beat. Like this beat's kind of wonky, but it's very I guess like jumbly. The type of beats that I like, and the mixing is so great on them, and the Tyler just flows over it so perfectly and just so silky. It's so smooth, and I just love it. I love the delivery. This is definitely just this is one of Tyler I think's best tracks. I definitely understand why it's one of his favorites too. I've seen him perform it live, and it's just fantastic. So yeah,
definitely. And speaking of favorite track, our ultimate favorite track off of this album, let me talk about mine because now let me just preference this. This boy right here thought I wasn't gonna like this song.
Well, I thought you weren't gonna like it because we didn't like Who That Boy, and I'm like, oh, he's not gonna like this track then.
And this was the third single released off of this album, and that is I Ain't Got Time. And then because in the beginning of the song you kind of hear like this this guy on this radio station, whatever, and then you just hear him go, I ain't got time, and just from then on, I immediately fell in love with this song. It's by far my favorite song off of this entire album, and it might just be my favorite hip hop song of the year so far. Maybe that's a
slight. I like it that much. I am so fucking surprised by that.
This is because this song right here is so great, and basically I can kind of get the meaning of the song. I think the meaning of the song is kind of like him going after his haters, like he ain't got time for them. That's why I think that's what the song is about. Really, I could tell from the lyrical content and all that. And it's just great. Like he's like, I ain't got time for these bitches. Like just how he sings that. And the thing that cracks me up the most is and then at one part where it's like, but first, happy birthday. Just like those kind of like those little parts in the song. And like and also the little part where someone goes, motherfucker, and just stops. That had me dying. Like I couldn't stop laughing because that was just so random and just so thrown in there. That was just so great. I love the lyrics to it and also the beat. The beat is so great. Like it almost somewhat has this kind of I don't know why I want to say kind of like maybe like not really like kung fu, but like this like kind of like how you want to describe it, like somewhat like
chaotic.
What?
Like a bit chaotic.
like that, like somewhat like that. It is really great. And it also has plays like carnival music at some point during the song, like the like that part, like you would hear like in a carnival or something.
Yeah.
It was so well placed in too. Like I was so surprised of how that was so well placed into the song as well. So yeah, I Ain't Got Time. This song is so amazing. Like it's by far definitely the song I've gone back to the most off of anything off of this album. It's definitely my favorite song off of the album. So yeah, well, what do you think about it? I Ain't Got Time, boy.
It's a great track. I do like Who That Boy More, just saying, by the way. But yeah, I know this track is like two beats like combined because like he thought like both beats like were so dope because it's kind of like a two-parter if you listen to it closely. And like it just comes together so well. And I know like Kanye, he wanted Kanye and Nicki Minaj to be on the song, I think, and I think they both turned it down or something. I'm
actually kind of glad. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm actually kind of glad there was no feature on this song because I felt like
Kanye would have killed this beat.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I kind of just feel like this was kind of meant for him. I don't know why. It just felt like it was meant for him to just do alone.
Oh, dude, I think the song would have been like 10 times better if Kanye did it. Oh my god, because Kanye's like delivery is just like it was meant for a track like this.
Yeah,
and that's come from someone because Kanye's my favorite artist of all time. Would have loved if Kanye was on this track. But I really like this track. I love like I said, carnival music at the end. I probably like a nod to like because Tyler Perry likes like little carnival things. The festival that is every year is called like Carnival and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I love the fucking beat. It is so fucking crazy and just so wild, and so many like good little abas, like the heavy rhythm part, the motherfucker part. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Yes.
I especially love the second part of the song, like that beat change. Oh, it's so good. Love it. So yeah, great track.
Yeah, and also I like the kind of little reference because he kind of talks about how he's gay in the album and stuff. Yeah. I also like the little line where he's like, "I've been kissing white boys since 2004." I like that how that was done. Also, the little reference to River Phoenix was also pretty cool. I also like that a lot with the song.
Yeah, when I was listening to it, when he was like, "Next line will have him," like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "Tyler, you've told me enough." He was like, "I've been kissing white boys 2004." I was like, "What?" Yeah, because like I when I first like found Tyler, I thought he was gay, but then he's made like homophobic remarks in the past, and like we talked about women a lot as our projects, but he kind of admits on this project that was all kind of like a disguise kind of and stuff, and he's like been with girls, so we kind of like keeps himself straight. If you listen to Forward, he has a play on words. He's like, I had girls to help keep my bed warm, get head, and make sure I'm straight and stuff. So I think that it's the exploration of the gay side of Tyler is really well done on this project. Especially it's also talked about in November, which November is probably my favorite track on this album. Because it's so honest and it's so it's like a self-explorance of Tyler as a person. He kind of is talking about how like are my fans gonna not like me anymore because of what I said in track 7, which is Garden Shed. Whichever that or See You Again is probably the best track. And Garden Shed is so well done. It is crazy instrumentation. And just fantastic features, and when comes in finally, the whole garden shit, talking about how his he's worried what his friends are gonna think of him, giving like signs off and stuff. I just think that the exploration of it is really well done, and I do think he's being serious here because this album's so just honest and it's so different for Tyler, and the way that he did it was just so artsy, and I really like it. Going back to I Ain't Got Time, fantastic track, and one of the highlights on this album for sure. It probably is my least favorite single. I'm sorry, but it's still pretty good.
All right, but to give my opinion on Garden Shed in November, because those are also like some of my favorites. Because like Garden Shed is probably my second favorite song off of the album. Garden Shed has, like you said, has some crazy instrumentation to it. Like there's a guitar. Like guitar is like thrown into this song. It works perfectly to me. Like I love how the guitar is used on this song, and it's really great. And also I love November a lot because like for the reasons you kind of said, like it's like him really talking about himself as a person and everything, and just how emotional like the song gets and whatever. And I thought he did a really great job with that. Like I thought that was a really great emotional song.
Yeah, I mean, November reminds me. I know this might be like a weird comparison. But it's kind of like The Worst Loving, where like my mixtape was about how basically like I were something like I want to go back to like especially I want to go back to the times where I was talking to this girl and I loved her and shit, and she liked me and crap. Which basically that's what the song's about. To go back to November. November was a time where he was happy, he felt great and shit. Excuse me. And just like hear people like talking about what November is, and for me, like I felt that song really relatable because my November is the things I talk about on my mixtape and stuff. And just the way it's done is it's executed perfectly, and talking about all this other insecurities of him, which is like I said, something we've never seen from Tyler, and I hope this is direction he goes down more. Yeah, he just really seems safe and in his place on this because I do think after hearing this album, a lot of the things that Tyler does, like outside of music, I think is a little bit like maybe showy now, just so like he doesn't, bring himself, out too much and just sure, I guess, gets like true colors, which he does a lot on this album, which I appreciate. So, and yeah, so yeah, November probably is, or Garnett probably. I think November is my favorite track just because of how lyrical it is and how great the production is on here. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know, but Tyler does most of the production on his music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is really good. He does fantastic production. He's a great producer and stuff. But yeah, November is a fantastic track. Probably my favorite. I just love the lyrics on it, and it's a really good track. Really, really relatable and stuff. So
nice. All right, so yeah, overall, one before I give my overall thoughts. One other song I didn't really care for. Like I said, I didn't care for Who That Boy, but one other song I didn't really care for either is Pothole, which is track number 6. That was fine as well. Like
boy Jaden Smith, I know you love Jaden Smith, bro.
Yeah, his feature is it's not awful or anything. His feature,
it's the worst feature on the album, though.
Yeah, yeah, that I can't agree with, but it wasn't terrible or anything, but it was kind of just all right. But overall, I think this album is really great. I was really pleasantly surprised by it because, like I said, I didn't really know who Tyler, the Creator was until this boy was like, hey, you need to listen to yourself some Tyler, the Creator. And I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. And we listened to this album together for the first time, and I quite love it a lot. So, yeah, it's really great. Has some great production to it. I love a lot of the songs on here. A lot of the lyrics are really fantastic. Tyler, the Creator, does a really great job with his rapping on this. He really goes at it on this. So, yeah, overall, it's a really great album. What are your overall thoughts, sir?
Well, since you skipped like 3 fucking tracks, I'm going to talk about those. First of all, can we just say it was great to hear from Lil Wayne. Fuck you, Birdman, you fucking bitch. I need the Carter 5 soon. But yeah, I love the Dropping Seeds interlude. That was great. And Glitter, which I guess you could say is technically the closing track if you don't count the instrumental track. Yeah, and on Glitter, at the end of November, it's kind of like him like leaving like I guess it's like a voicemail to someone that that he loves, and he feels more like himself. And then I love the little bit at the end, or like the voicemail fails. And he's like, fuck. And then it goes right into the final track, which is the instrumental for Enjoy Right Now Today, which I fucking love so much.
It's a great instrumental track. I think it really ends the album.
Probably like my second or third favorite track. Like legit, I don't know. I need to think about my favorite tracks at some point. But like, cause oh my god, you know me. I like instrumentals. My fucking a mixtape. I'm mostly instrumental.
I mean, same here. I'm a sucker for instrumental tracks. So.
And this one, it just closes up the album so well, and it's just so like jazzy. I love the samples in it. I love the little ad libs by Tyler. I love the beat. Oh my god, it's just so fantastic. Close up the track really well, the album really well. And it sucks if people skip it just because it's an instrumental track, but it's just fantastic. So I love it. I love that instrumental track. But yeah, overall, this album is one of my favorites of the year. I thought it was extremely relatable. I love the talks of like loneliness and depression, and questioning sexuality and all this type of stuff. There's so much on the album that's relatable, but also like the production is just so well done. Great lyricism, great features, and stuff. And just this was an album I didn't expect from Tyler, which I really like. It was very creative and different for Tyler. And I really overall just love this album. That's why it's one of my favorites of the year. Just so many highlights, and the album never stops. Just because having so many movements, it keeps going, and it never lets you go. And it's like, you know, it's only like 40 minutes, and it goes by so fast. And that's when you know an album's great, because it really sucks you in, and you really, you know, when you listen to what people are saying, you know, we're talking about the lyrics on this project, and that's, you know, a really key highlight, because, you know, a lot of artists, we don't really pay attention to the lyrics, but when we do, you know that's something good. There's something special there that comes from a deep personal place, which this album definitely was. And I didn't expect that from Tyler, which I really appreciated, and that's why I love Scum Flower Boy.
Sweet. All right. So overall, on a rating for me, if I were to rate the first half of the album, I would give that a 3.5. If I were to rate to the second half, I would give that a 4.5. So overall, as an entire grade, I would give it a 4, a good solid 4 out of 5. I think this is quite a great album. I think there's some really great production on here. Like I said, Tyler does a really great job with his rapping. A lot of the lyrics are really fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorites of the year so far, and it was quite the pleasant surprise. So I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5. How about you, sir?
I'm giving this shit a 9 out of 10. This was so fantastic. I really love this project. I've only given like 2 or 3 or 4-ish projects a 9 out of 10 this year, and this is one of them. It was such a pleasant. I guess I mean I've liked pretty much all of Tyler's projects. I mean, Cherry Bomb was okay, I guess, but I mean, this was just, I didn't see this coming from Tyler, and the way it was done, the execution of it, just everything all around. I've already explained enough. I love this project, and I think it's a very special project, especially from Tyler's standpoint, and I really connected with it. And I'm gonna try to go see Tyler in concert, since he's playing at a venue that's 22 minutes away from me in like November. Coincidentally November.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to go. It's pretty cheap too, so I would love to see him perform this stuff live and stuff. But yeah, I really love this project, and I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So yeah.
Sweet. So that was our review.
But fan.
What'd you say?
We all know the only 10 that's on this year is A Desired Feeling.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for watching our review of Tyler Creator's Scum Flower Boy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you, Mr. LaPlante, for coming on here and doing this collab review with me.
No fucking problem. It was fun to finally see you review this album after a month of you saying you were going to review it. So
yes, I kept on saying I was going to review it, but then I got lazier and lazier. And he was like, you know what? You just want to do a collab review for this? I was like, sure, why not?
Yeah. So, I really have fun having me on, and hopefully we can do more of these, and hopefully you can review some more projects like 444, which you still haven't fucking reviewed, by the way.
I still haven't reviewed. Damn, I still need to review that one.
Oh, okay, whatever.
All right. So thank you all for watching this review, and I'm FilmFan0599, and this is
the Auburn Wanderer,
and we will see you all later. Peace.
Bye!